getting a victory against the Baltimore Ravens on the road. Big deal. Huge deal. It's a very, very big win. That's what we do. Win. That's my Trump impression, by the way. Working on it. Anywho, nonetheless, I digress. That's a big win. That is a very, very impressive win, as a matter of fact, from Philadelphia. 24-19, and again, the score looks closer than what it really was. Baltimore scored a late touchdown with like 10 seconds left when the game was 24-12. Yes, Baltimore missed 2 field goals and an extra point, so they left 7 points on the board. But Philadelphia, again, did enough to win the game. And it's not like Justin Tucker hasn't had issues all year. This is what they've been doing all year in Baltimore. And he missed kicks wide left and he missed one wide right. And a lot of the pressure coming from the left side of the line of scrimmage on special teams, it's well done. So, in all aspects of the game here, the running game, defense, special teams, and timely third down plays by the quarterback, Philadelphia has once again come out with a victory on the road against an impressive team in the AFC and against an impressive team like the Baltimore Ravens. Okay? And I don't know where you guys stand in terms of the NFL standings in regards to where Philadelphia is, but Philadelphia, in my opinion, since the bye week, has been the best team in the National Football League. I am officially going to say it now. I've been hesitant about saying and praising Philadelphia since the bye week due to the quarterbacks, due to the teams that they played, because they played Cleveland, the Giants, Dallas. They played Cincinnati. They played Washington, right? They played Jacksonville. These are impressive wins now. You got to win against the Commanders. You got to win against the Ravens. You beat the Rams. Quality quarterbacks, quality teams. Although the Rams, I know you were thinking, are not necessarily a quality team, but I think their offense is high-powered. So you played really good quarterbacks these past few weeks. And you come out victorious. Jalen Hurts, once again today, has no turnovers. He had 2 total touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 through the air to Dallas Goedert, which was a nice play by him. 11 of 19, like I said, no turnovers. Only had 118 yards, but again, I'm cool with that, especially when you have the defense that you have. Saquon Barkley broke the century mark once again, have 107 yards and a touchdown. 25-yard touchdown to, take the lead. A.J. Brown, 566 yards catching, right? Like, they're not going to be knock your socks type numbers here, but it's effective enough where you can come away looking at it and saying, hey, Philadelphia did exactly what they needed to do to win this game. They were efficient on third down when they needed to be. They got the stops that they needed. The defense, once again, played tremendous. I mean, you held this Baltimore Ravens offense in check. Yeah, they had a couple of big plays in the first quarter. They had the big touchdown drive, a big catch by Mark Andrews. Great ball, great pass, great catch. But overall, you held Derrick Henry in check. You held virtually Lamar Jackson in check. Kept everything in front of you. And you basically traded yards for points. And quite frankly, that's been the Vic Fangio style all year. Give up all the yards that you want. You're not scoring. The Ravens, played a really, really clean game, in my opinion. I mean, Lamar Jackson had, 2 passing touchdowns. Again, one was at the end. They outgained us on the ground. They outgained us through the air. They beat us in the penalty battle. Total yardage, they beat us. They ran more plays than we did. But when it mattered most, when you needed to make a play, the Philadelphia Eagles went out and made the play. And I'm going to say it now because I haven't said it all year. Philadelphia right now is playing the best football in the NFL. And I'm putting money down right now that they're going to win the Super Bowl. I am in full belief that this team can go and make a run now. It's definitely possible. It was possible before, but it's right now to me. In the NFC, you can't tell me a team playing better football than Philadelphia. You can't tell me in the AFC who's playing better football than Philadelphia right now. You can't tell me. There's literally nobody in the NFL right now. And we're going to get into the reasons why and why this game was so important for us. going forward as the season continues entering December. But before we do that, you know what it is. This is the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. I'm your host, Asif Badi. Like you, I'm an Eagles fan who's proud to be an Eagle fan and wants to talk about the birds in the midnight green and how we can hoist the Lombardi trophy. And I want to create a platform, an open forum where you can give your thoughts and comments and about this team. And if you want to help me do that and you want to create this platform and give a voice here, please do me a favor. I got two things to ask of you. Like and subscribe. It'll help us get out to more Eagle fans out there and help us in the algorithm on YouTube. Yes, the algorithm is a thing. I don't know what it is, but it is a tangible. I shouldn't say tangible thing. It's not a tangible thing, but it's out there. Okay? People say it. It's like a rite of passage on YouTube. Anyway, this team. Why this game in Baltimore was such a big deal. Anybody who doubts Philadelphia this year, or who has doubted Philadelphia this year, can look at the teams that we've played and say, hey, not the highest quality of opponents, not the highest quality of quarterback. And again, these past 3 weeks, or since the bye week, rather, let's do it that way. You've played Daniel Jones, you've played Deshaun Watson, you played Cooper Rush. Fine, kaput. You played Trevor Lawrence, kaput. Got it. Not great quarterbacks. You played Jaden Daniels, who probably is going to win Rookie of the Year if he continues the play that he's doing. You beat him. Joe Burrow, who I believe, in my opinion, is the second best quarterback in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes. I know people are going to take Allen or Lamar. I think Joe Burrow's better than them. Take that what you will. But regardless, a top 5 quarterback. Okay? You beat him head-to-head. Matthew Stafford. When healthy and when his playmakers are healthy, I believe is a top 5 arm talent in the NFL. Probably a top 5 quarterback in the NFL when healthy. You beat him, and you beat Sean McVay. Kudos to you. And now you went on the road to Baltimore against Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and you held them to virtually 12 points as a unit. It's great stuff. Jalen Hurts. Once again, no turnovers today, kept the game clean, was efficient when he needed to be, made the plays that he had to. Saquon Barkley broke the century mark once again, making the big plays that we need. A.J. Brown continues to make catches and continues to be a force on the field. I know his numbers don't suggest it today, but tell me a time where you saw a ball go his direction and he did not haul it in. Dallas Goedert got involved today, which is nice. And we're continuing to do this, mind you, without Devontae Smith. And I'm sure when he comes back, all of a sudden the field dynamics are going to shift a bit. And it may take some time to get back into the groove of things. But once again, another guy like Devontae Smith on the outside with A.J. Brown and this backfield with Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and this offensive line. You got to give credit to this offensive line. It's simply the best unit in the NFL. Everybody on that unit, every individual right now, Mailata, Dickerson, Juergens, Lane Johnson, and Mekhi Becton. Probably all going to get they're probably going to get Pro Bowl votes. Probably going to get some All-Pro votes. Everybody on that offensive line, you can make an argument as an All-Pro this year. It's remarkable. It's a testament to talent. It's a testament to coaching. Saquon Barkley, he's in the MVP conversation. Like, he's the engine that makes this go. And when you pair that offensive line with this running game, a quarterback that's keeping the game clean with the receivers on the outside, with this defense, it's as good as anybody in the NFL. The pass rush, the linebacker play is it's exceptional with Zach Bond. The defensive back play, we didn't have Darius Slay today. Held up our own on the back end. Quinyon and Cooper DeJean, big-time ball players. Can't say it enough. And now, again, you've played against a pocket passer like Joe Burrow, who's prolific, who put up 38 against the Pittsburgh Steelers today. You basically held him to 17. You played against Matt Stafford, another dynamic thrower of the football. Held him in check. Jaden Daniels, you played against him. He had his worst outing against the Philadelphia Eagles. Lamar Jackson, the most dynamic quarterback in terms of wheels, in terms of big playability, in terms of arm. outside of Mahomes and Allen, Lamar Jackson's your guy. And you held him in check. You held them to 12 points with Derrick Henry in the backfield. You can't say enough about what this team has done. And why I say this is an important game is because it shows no matter your quarterback, no matter the style of play, no matter your personnel on the opposing team's offense, this defense matches up. The coaching, the scheme, the players, everything about it matches up with you. You have to beat Philadelphia. They're not beating themselves anymore. And when you pair a mistake-free team with immense talent, it equates to a Super Bowl contending team. And that's what we're witnessing in Philadelphia right now. You can look at the quarterback play on the offensive side of the ball and you could say, hey, they don't make enough big plays through the air. Fine. But you know what? I don't need to make big plays through the air if I'm getting 6 yards a clip and I'm kicking your ass at the line of scrimmage. And I can just pound the ball down your throat. Pause. And resume. If I could just run the rock all day on you, that's what I'm going to do. This idea that Jalen has to drop back and be this prolific passer when you have a running game like this. Name me a quarterback that would want to throw it 30 times when you got a running game like this. You're not going to see it. Look at what Detroit does in the NFC. Once they have their running game going, they don't throw the ball. They don't give a shit. They're just going to run the ball all damn day. They're going to run it all damn day on you. That's what you're going to do. Washington does the same thing. When they're running the ball, they're going to run it all day on you. Philadelphia can run the ball on anybody in the NFL. Their style of play travels on the road. It stays at home. You could play it in a dome. You could play it outside. You could play it in the heat. You could play it in the cold. Their style of play translates anywhere against anybody. Okay? Now, I know you're going to say Kansas City is going to be the team you have to beat. I totally agree with you. But you can't name me another team in the NFL that Philadelphia can't beat. It's great to see it. It really, really is. And it makes me feel good as an Eagles fan to sit back and watch this team and just know that if the game is close, that if it's a nip-tuck ball game, eventually this team is going to find a way to make plays. Whether it's through the air on third down, whether it's on the ground with Saquon Barkley, whether it's Jalen Hurts using his wheels. Whatever it takes to win, this team seems to find a way to go out and win the game. And in the end, that's the most important thing. And it's the most important thing to go out and win the game. I don't care how it looks. I don't care how pretty it is. I don't care about style points. I don't need it to be an explosive day from the offense. I don't need it to be a blowout. Just score more than the other team. That's been Philadelphia's mindset since the bye week. That's been the mantra. That's been the code. And you can certainly win a Super Bowl playing this kind of style of football. It's old school. It's not the modern day NFL. But Kansas City's won it with defense. The Denver Broncos in the past few years have won it with defense. The Seattle Seahawks have won a Super Bowl with defense. Why not Philly? Elite defense, run the ball, don't turn the ball over. Come on now. That's old school football. And in a league where everybody's zagging and everyone's going towards the passing game and trying to be flashy and get big plays through the air, the elite teams in the NFL look at it and say, we're going to zig. We're going to go back to the running the ball. We're going to go back to offensive line play. We're going to go back to keeping the ball in the quarterback's hands, turnover free. We're going to go back to just beating you up at the line of scrimmage and controlling clock that way. And again, Detroit, Kansas City, Baltimore, Philadelphia, all these teams, hell, even Buffalo, all of those teams go out of their way to run the ball. And when you do that, you can beat anybody in the NFL. Pittsburgh is winning football games like that too. Elite defense, running the ball, keeping it clean. And when you need an explosive play every now and then from the passing game, you can get it with Russell Wilson. And again, I've said this in past episodes, that's my comp to this Philadelphia Eagles team. Not quite the Legion of Boom, but the styles of it, where it's, you got a zone defense that's elite, that's tough. You got pass rushers that get after the quarterback. You got a running game featuring by one of the elite backs in the NFL in Saquon Barkley. For Seattle, it was beast mode. Playmakers on the outside who are clutch. Seattle had Doug Baldwin, Javon Curse. Not Javon Curse. Yeah, well, maybe it was Javon Curse. I don't know. But you get my point. And then a quarterback who's big on third down, who's got wheels, who can extend plays, and when you need shots down the field, can hit them. It looks the same to me. I don't know about you guys, but it looks the same to me. And I saw it win a Super Bowl. I saw it get back-to-back Super Bowls. And if Philadelphia, if you're going to tell me anything about this Philadelphia Eagles team, you can't tell me that they don't resemble the Seattle Seahawks of old. Like, you just can't tell me that. They resemble the same exact team. Anyone who tells you that they're not good enough to win a Super Bowl, right now, you could look at them and just say, you don't really believe that. You need that for clicks. You need that for substance. Because Philadelphia, like I said, since its bye week, has played the best football in the NFL. And now we got a game against Carolina, who, yes, has been playing good football, but once again, it should be another win if you continue to play this style of ball. And I don't see this style of ball changing anytime soon in the NFL for Philadelphia. You can go on the road, you can go in a dome, you can go at home, you could play against anybody. And you could win any game. Because the quarterback keeps it turnover free. You got the best and most explosive running back in football right now. And you have a defense who, I'm going to say it now, has proven to be the best defense in the NFL this year. Playing a style where no matter who you are, it shows you its hand and it says, we're going to beat you up anyway. Do something about it. And now for 9 straight weeks, the NFL has had no answer for Philadelphia. And quite frankly, that may just continue. Hey! Thank you so much for watching the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. If you want to continue to support the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Riding the Bench Eagles Pod. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're on there. Thank you so much for listening, and please join us next time here at the Riding the Bench Eagles Podcast.